Broadcasting live from the Riddicks via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Fordyce Center in Bellevue. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we are ready to kick off the penultimate week of the 2023-2024 GNASH season. 7 teams still playing. After tonight, there will only be 5 left. The Hine Cup Final will be set, and the Predators Cup will be down to 3. Each tournament has 1 team already in the final. Rutherford claiming the first place in the Hine Cup Final last Wednesday night. Ensworth-Nowensville-Lipscomb also claiming the first place in the Preds Cup Final last Wednesday. Tonight we're going to find out who Rutherford's opponent is going to be. It's either going to be Hendersonville-Beech-Gallatin, the team they beat to get to the final last week, or Brentwood, the team they moved down into Tier 2 with at the midway point of the season. And then it is the Preds Cup Losers Bracket semifinals. Surprising 8-seed Ravenwood taking on 5-seed Franklin. The winner of that game will play MBA in the Losers Bracket final on Wednesday night in the game before the Hine Cup Final. All right, let's do our usual pregame business, and that's going over the results of last week's games. We only had games on Wednesday last week because of the holiday weekend. No games last Monday because it was President's Day, and that is, of course, the last big travel weekend of the winter. Last Wednesday in the first Preds Cup Losers Bracket quarterfinal, it was Ravenwood making up a 4-2 deficit to defeat Pope Prep MLK GCA 7-4. In the Preds Cup Winners Bracket Final, it was Ensworth-Nowensville-Lipscomb beating Montgomery Bell 5-1. In the other Preds Cup Losers Bracket quarterfinal, it was Franklin beating Father Ryan 4-3. In the Hine Cup Losers Bracket semifinal, it was Brentwood beating USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Good Pasture 4-3 in a shootout. And in the Hine Cup Winners Bracket Final, it was the Rutherford Rampage beating Hendersonville-Beech-Gallatin 6-0. And the Zamboni has not yet come out onto the ice, so we're going to be a little bit behind in getting this game going. Zamboni just now making its way out. So the schedule for tonight, just 2 games here on the Chris Brink in Bellevue. First up in a few moments, the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final. Hendersonville-Beech-Gallatin, the 7-seed, taking on 5-seed Brentwood. Then at 8:25, the Preds Cup Losers Bracket semifinal, 8-seed Ravenwood taking on 5-seed Franklin. Pregame for that starts at 8:20. All right, let's talk about the 2 teams playing the first game of our doubleheader tonight. First up, Hendersonville-Beech-Gallatin, coached by Stephen Sullivan, open the Hine Cup with a 6-3 win over 2-seed Centennial on February the 7th. Then 5 nights later, they beat 3-seed Tennessee Outlaws 5-3 in the winners bracket semifinal. Then last Wednesday, lost 6-0 to Rutherford Rampage in the winners bracket final. So here are the Hendersonville stats coming into tonight. They did not change, obviously, from the Outlaws game since no one scored. Colin Smith is the leading scorer for the Commandos so far in the playoffs. He has 5 points from 2 goals and 3 assists. Merrick Mata has 4 points all from goals. Carter Morrison and Gideon Drobnik each with 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Alex Williams has 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Justin Schaefer and Jared Sheridan each with 2 points from assists. Gage Salome and Braden Rose each have a point from an assist. Gage Salome served his suspension. I forgot to note he was suspended last Wednesday. He got a cross-checking major against the Outlaws at the end of that game. He did serve it, okay, so he should be back in the lineup tonight. So Salome and Braden Rose each have a point from an assist. On to goalie play, Jackson Broderick has played in all 3 games. He started all 3 games. His record 2-1. He's played 112 minutes. After the second period last Wednesday, he was pulled, and Justin Smith played the third period last Wednesday. So Broderick has played 112 minutes so far in the playoffs. He's allowed 11 goals on 44 shots, turned away the other 33. Goals against average of 4.13, and his save percentage so far is 75. And Justin Smith, like I said, played the third period of the game against Rutherford last week. Played 14 minutes. Obviously, Rutherford were ahead, and Hendersonville never came back, so it was a no decision. He allowed 1 goal and 7 shots, turned away the other 6. His save percentage in the regular season so far is 86, and his goals against average is 3 even. On to Brentwood, coached by Chris Oram. Opened the Hine Cup with a 3-0 loss to USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Good Pasture on February 7th. Then in the first round of the losers bracket on February 12th, beat Independence Ravenwood 8-2. 2 nights later, February 14th, in the losers bracket quarterfinals, they beat Tennessee Outlaws 3-1. And then last Wednesday in the losers bracket semifinal, they beat USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Good Pasture 4-3 in a shootout. So let's look at the stats, player stats for Brentwood coming into tonight. Aiden, the leading scorer for the Bruins so far in the postseason, 11 points from 7 goals and 4 assists. Ty Essenmacher has 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Reed Odell has 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Jack Schultz has 2 points from goals. Owen Seeley, Will Hubbard, and Callahan Fielder. Well, Will Hubbard should have a point for a goal. They say that. I thought Will Hubbard scored that first goal against Indy back on February 12th. So for me, Hubbard should have 2 points from a goal and an assist, and Reed Odell should have 2 points from assists, along with Owen Seeley and Callahan Fielder, 2 points from 2 points from assists. And then Zane Cesaroni, Clay Ellsworth, and Dylan Phillips each have a point from a goal. And on to goalie play, Payne Fielder has played. He started all 4 games for Brentwood in this postseason, so his record is 3-1. He's played hold on. I gotta do math here. Hold on. Because, of course, they went to overtime last week and played the whole thing. So he's played 173 minutes so far in the postseason. Goals against average of 2.87. No, wait, that's incorrect. I don't know why do they have Andrew Sally? He's allowed, let's see, 3 goals against USN, 2 against Indy, 1 against the Outlaws, 3 more against USN. So he's allowed 9 goals so far this postseason. And he's faced, well, hold on. What? All right, never mind. His goaltending stats are not correct. Not completely accurate. So I'm not going to finish going over them, but it's whatever at this point. Because he has played all 3 games, or he has played all 4 games in goal for Brentwood. This was confirmed to me by Chris Orm. Before the Indy game a couple weeks ago, I asked, who played it? Was it Sally in goal for you against USN? No, it was Fielder. And then he played in goal against Indy, because I did that game. And he played in goal against the Outlaws, and he played in goal against USN last week. But anyway, whoever kept score of that USN Brentwood game from February 7th didn't count shots. Let me just check and make sure if that's still the case. Yeah, they didn't keep shots. Whoever scored the game didn't count shots. So the goaltending stats wouldn't be accurate anyway. Zamboni almost done. Speaking of Zamboni, Wednesday night, I have gotten confirmation from League President John Williams. For the championship games this year, we will once again be doing an ice cut after the second period. So starting Wednesday night in the Hine Cup Championship game, after the second period, teams will head back to the locker rooms. They'll bring out the Zamboni, and they'll lay out a fresh sheet of ice for the third period. Also, some other league news. The All-Star rosters, let me just check. Let me just look at the GNASH website here, pull up the All-Star page. The All-Star rosters should be released Wednesday. Yes, still planning on announcing the All-Star teams on Wednesday and confirming players on Friday. The All-Star game will be next Wednesday, March 6th, on Rinke at Centennial. It will either be a standalone game or it will follow the Preds Cup if necessary game. Yeah, I know. That might be the biggest scheduling quirk in the history of the league. If the Preds Cup Final if necessary game is not required, then the All-Star game will start at 7:10. If it is required, it'll follow at a time to be determined. I would guess maybe 9 o'clock, since, you'd want to hand out the Preds Cup and let the team celebrate for a bit. But if we have to do the Preds Cup if necessary game, and then the All-Star game, oh boy, things are going to be a mess. They're probably going to have to have like the kids who didn't make the initial teams sit out in the lobby, and as players who play in the Preds Cup if necessary game decide they don't want to play, go, hey, he's not playing, you're in. He's not playing, you're in. He's not playing, you're in. So, yeah, things could be really, really messy next Wednesday night as far as setting up the All-Star teams is concerned, as the Zamboni is done. So, boy, we're going to start this game almost 7 o'clock. I don't really know any other league news at the moment. As both teams head out onto the ice, Brentwood wearing the white. Hendersonville will be wearing their black as usual. So the warm-up should get going soon. Warm-up should be starting right now, actually. They're going to wait until everybody's out on the ice before they start up the clock. And the warm-up clock is running. These two teams skated to a 3-3 tie back on December 6th. Brentwood should have won that game. They were up 3-2 with under 20 seconds left. Turnover at center ice led to the game-tying goal from Gideon Drobnik with just 6 seconds to go. I looked at the box score from that game, and Carter Morrison did not suit up for Hendersonville. He could be a big difference maker for them. He is in the lineup for them tonight, so Carter Morrison could be the big difference in this game between these two teams tonight. Again, the winner of this game moves on to the Hine Cup Final on Wednesday night against Rutherford, 8:40 on Rinke at Centennial. The loser's season is done, and it's really weird to imagine that Brentwood might be knocked out in the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final tonight. It is really weird to imagine that. Be interesting to see who Hendersonville go with in net tonight. The goaltending, according to the box score, the goaltending matchup in the December 6th game was Payne Fielder versus Jackson Broderick. You'd have no reason to think that it wouldn't be the same matchup tonight. 1 minute left in the warm-up. Now down to 30 seconds left in the warm-up. Both teams now taking shots at the empty net. And the warm-up clock is down to 0. So the warm-up is done. Both teams should be gathering in the pucks, and then we'll start this thing in a couple minutes. Ooh, I forgot to go over, I think I skipped over Trey Wilkins. Trey Wilkins has 2 points from goals so far this postseason. I think I skipped over him while I was reading off the Brentwood stats. They're not in order for some stupid reason. I don't like this website. I prefer Goal Line much more. Yeah, Trey Wilkins has 2 points from goals. So apologies to Trey, but I read off those stats now. Painfield going to start in goal for Brentwood. Jackson Broderick going to start in goal for Hendersonville. For this first period, Brentwood will carry the puck from my left to right. Hendersonville from my right to left. It's the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final. Winner plays Rutherford on Wednesday. They'd have to win Wednesday to force the if necessary game next Monday right back here in Bellevue. Game is underway. Hendersonville controlling the puck off the draw. Carter Morrison inside his own zone. Carries it out to center, passes ahead, Colin Smith. Smith into the Brentwood zone, and the puck poked off his stick. Goes out to the far boards and cleared out up the wall by Brody Bowman. Now Graham Englehart, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Jumping in from behind to take the puck away was Colin Smith, cleared out to center. Now Jack Schultz. Carrying it back into the Hendersonville zone and dumbing it down deep. Dom Harple let it go past him, trying to stop it at the end wall. Now it's sent around the other way by Zane Cesaroni. Picked up by Morrison. Morrison clears it out, but he gives it away to Cesaroni, and then Cesaroni whiffs, trying to dump it into the Hendersonville zone, and he got it in like the fourth whack. Here's Aiden Bustizzi going to the front of the net, and a shot stopped and covered up by Jackson Broderick. So that takes the first 57 seconds off the clock. Draw is going to be to the left of Broderick. Draw one by Brentwood, but turned over to Hendersonville. Nate Luke trying to clear it out up the near side. Held in by Aiden Bustizzi. Luke has to go and retrieve, but he gives it away to Ty Essenmacher on the right half wall. Essenmacher rims it around to the far side. Bustizzi on the left wing, moving out towards the blue line. Now he moves back over to the right wing, almost to the wall. Decides to lightly send it around the kick plate. Comes back to him from Bustizzi, is in the right wing side again, passes up to the right point. Callahan Fielder off his sticking out. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Clay Ellsworth at center. Ellsworth back in his own zone, and it poked away by Merrick Mott. But luckily for him, Will Hubbard able to clear. And now here's Aiden Bustizzi skating back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Whiffs on the shot attempt. Merrick Mott tries to clear. Held in Hubbard to the blue line. His shot. Blockered away. Rebound. Good. Solid score. I thought Broderick got over. He did not. I think it's Owen Seeley who put in the rebound. No, it is Ty Essenmacher. Essenmacher bangs in the rebound to give Brentwood a 1-0 lead with 12:09 to go in the first. Broderick made the initial save with a blocker. The rebound came right out to Essenmacher in front. He put it through the legs of Broderick and in. And Brentwood have the early lead. Brentwood win the draw. Zane Cicerone brings it back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Pushes it towards the front of the net. Picked up by Caden Smith. Smith trying to go behind the net. Cicerone took the puck off him. Puck in the left wing corner. Now it's out on the far side. And Justin Schaefer didn't know where it was. He was looking to his left while it was going by. Jack Schultz on the right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Drops it down low. Caden Smith sends it around the wall to the far side. Brody Bowman from the left point sends it right back down. Keeps it alive. Now here's Carter Morrison. Morrison brings it to center. Morrison into the Brentwood zone. Takes a shot. Steered away by Fielder with a stick and out of play in the corner to his right. So Hendersonville get their first shot on goal almost 3 minutes in. 11:18 left in the first. 1-0 Brentwood. Drawby to Fielder's left. Won by Hendersonville, but taken away from by Brentwood right away. Clayton Ellsworth through center. Into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Goes to the left wing corner. Puck is taken away. Cleared out by Merrick Mott. Owen Seeley will catch up to it. Inside his own zone. Back in it to the far side. Bowman. Brody Bowman. Around the back of his own net. Hands it off Seeley. Seeley passing ahead to Ellsworth, and it knocked off his stick, but it went off him and out to center. Merrick Mott poked it away from Ellsworth, but it hit him in the chest and went out to center anyway. Puck ends up back in the Hendersonville zone on the far side. Carter Morrison will track it down. Pass it up to Braden Rose, who almost lost it. Rose kicks it over to Jared Sheridan, who carries it out to center. Sheridan gets to the red line, dumps it into the Brentwood zone. Puck ends up in the right wing corner. Merrick Mott puts it out in front. Score! Landon Kraft hammers in the centering pass from just inside the right circle into the back of the net. And it is 1-1 with 10:19 to go in the first. So nearly 2 minutes after going behind, Hendersonville answer and tie the game at 1. Draw one by Hendersonville. Sent into the Brentwood zone. Brentwood player fell over on the left wing side. It was Callahan Fielder. Now here's Colin Smith backhanding it across the front of the net from the slot. Callahan Fielder fell over and gave Hendersonville that opportunity. Puck now back inside the Hendersonville zone. Sent around the wall to the near side by Jared Sheridan and out. Back in the Brentwood zone it goes. Icing waved off because it went off the stick of Callahan Fielder on the way down. Drobnik trying to put it in front for Colin Smith. Now Drobnik with it again. Out in front for Smith, and he shakes the one-timer. Sent it across the front of the net instead of towards it. Smith with the puck again on the right wing side, trying to backhand it down deep. Cleared out by Brentwood. Dom Harpole shoots it back in from center. Puck on the far side again. Colin Smith put it out in front. Oh, Gideon Drobnik couldn't get a stick on it. Puck cleared to center, but right to Carter Morrison. He's waiting for his teammates to get back onside. They do. He brings it back into the Brentwood zone. Zane Cicerone took the puck off him from behind. Aiden Bustizzi, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Pass across Cicerone. Oh, fumbled it on his stick blade. Hopped around on him. Now here's Jack Schultz coming out in front of shot. Stopped by Broderick with a right leg pad. Puck fired to center, and it hit Clayton Ellsworth in the left leg. Now back inside the Brentwood zone, Owen Seeley with it, far or near side. Passes across to Ellsworth. Ellsworth almost got it stick checked by Landon Croft, who has the lone Hendersonville goal. Puck now back on the near side. And Clayton Ellsworth is going to bring it out to center. Ellsworth into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side, taking a shot, steered away by Broderick. Puck coming up to the blue line, held in Brody Bowman left point, pass across Seeley right point. Seeley taking a shot, gloved and held onto by Broderick. 8:15 left in the first, 1-1. Draw is going to be to the left of Broderick. One by Brentwood, puck of the inboards. Clayton Ellsworth backhands it out in front. Ooh, it ends up going towards the front of the net, but it's going to be picked up and carried out by Merrick Mott. Mott through center. Into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Takes a shot, blockered away by Fielder. Shot was from just above the top of the left circle. Here's Mott, right wing corner, trying to put it in front for Rose. Went off a stick and hit the back of the net. I should say back side of the net. Now the puck on the left wing side. Croft a shot blocked. And the rebound's going to be carried out by Pustizzi. Pustizzi into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Couldn't get past Sheridan. Puck cleared out by Landon Croft. Sent back into the Hendersonville zone, but Pustizzi has to get back on side. Sheridan tried to pass it up the far side, but it misses everybody and goes for an icing. 7:27 left in the first. Still 1-1. Draw is going to be to the left of Broderick. Draw one by Brentwood. Jack Schultz trying to put it out in front. I think it hit the side of the net. To the left of Broderick. Gage Salami with a puck in it. Jabbed away. Still inside the Hendersonville zone. Cleared out by, I think, Harper Deanna. Yes, it was Deanna. Sent back towards the Hendersonville zone. It's in there. Jack Schultz trying to keep it alive, but Carter Morrison blocked his attempt to try and send it down the left wing. Dom Harple with it now, trying to bank it off the wall. Comes to the left point and a one-timer over the net. That was Will Hubbard with a one-timer. Puck sliding through center back into the Brentwood zone. Clayton Ellsworth gets to it. Ellsworth. Pass ahead, intercepted by Carter Morrison. And then Ellsworth came in and poked away from it. Correction, that was Callahan Fielder who gave it away to Morrison. Puck back in the Brentwood zone. Callahan Fielder clears it out. Here's Clayton Ellsworth at center. Back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side, up against the boards. Puck taken away and brought out by Colin Smith. Smith, left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Pass in front, getting a drive, a backhander. Score! A backhander that looked like it clipped the top of the right leg pad of Payne Fielder and went into the back of the net. And Hendersonville have a 2-1 lead with 6:11 to go in this first period. Hendersonville's top line getting it done just like the second line did in tying the game. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone deep off the draw. Carter Morrison, far side. Carries it to center. Got away from him, went into the Brentwood zone, was immediately cleared out. Now Dom Harpo with it at his own blue line. Sending it back into the Brentwood end, and it takes a deflection, comes on goal. Payne Fielder has to stop and cover. Draw is going to be to Fielder's left. One by Brentwood, they clear, only as far as center. Jared Sheridan backhands it back in. Here's Brody Bowman. Trying to pass it up the far side. Off the stick of Sheridan. Comes to Aiden Pustizzi, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Put it in front, and Ty Essenmacher knocks it over the net and out of play. Essenmacher tried to roof it He ended up almost hitting the roof. So they're going to drop the puck outside the zone. 5:30 left in the first. 2-1 Hendersonville. Draw one by the Bruins. Clayton Ellsworth. Inside the Hendersonville zone. Around the back of the net. Tried to put it out in front. Knocked away from Ty Essenmacher. Braden Rose with it. Passes ahead to Merrick Mott. Poked off his stick at center. He gets it back. Sends it back into the Brentwood zone. Icing waved off because it went through a diamond of Bruins on its way in the zone. Puck in the Brentwood zone still. Going to be carried to center by Clayton Ellsworth. Ellsworth into the Hendersonville zone. Taking a shot. And I think he missed the net. I don't know if Broderick got a piece of that or not. Missed it to his left. Now Ellsworth falls over behind the net. Jared Sheridan with a puck. Sends it up in the near wall and out. Callahan fielder at center. Sends it back the other way. Aiden Pustitsi brings it back into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Pustitsi takes a shot. Score! Closed into the right-hand side of the net. He slips it underneath through the skate blades of Jackson Broderick into the back of the net, and it's 2-2 with 4:37 left in the first. Draw one by Hendersonville, but Carter Morrison couldn't find it in his skates. He has to retreat into his own zone with a puck with Jack Schultz chasing. Now he comes out to the far side, carries it to center. Racing through center into the Brentwood zone. Morrison tried to go down the slot. Now he'll pass the puck behind the net to Colin Smith. Now Gideon Drobnik out on the right wing side. Pass to Morrison. Nice slot, a shot. Blocked in front, hit the skate. And a shot, save, rebound, score, Colin Smith! Carter Morrison's shot hit the skate of, I think, Graham Engelhardt, who was standing at the left-hand post of the net. It came over to Gideon Drobnik in the right circle. He took a shot, stopped by fielder. It dribbled through him, ended up in the crease, and Smith's there to bang in the rebound. And it is 3-2 Hendersonville with 4:08 to go in the first. Wow. Draw one by Hendersonville. Justin Schaefer slaps it into the Brentwood zone deep. It's out on the near side. Drobnik. Put out in front for Schaefer by Smith, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And kept alive in the zone by Carter Morrison. A tall guy with a long arms managing to keep the puck in with one hand. And now Brentwood clear it down ice. Icing waved off. Puck cleared out. Brody Bowman on the near side, far side at center. Backed up into his own zone. Almost lost the puck. He sends it into the Hendersonville end. Cleared out immediately by the Commandos, but going to be brought right back in by Clayton Ellsworth. Ellsworth, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Can't get around Carter Morrison. Puck on the near side boards. That's out on the far side. Ty Essenmacher passing up to the left point. Brody Bowman almost fell backwards trying to keep the puck in. Sends it down the wall. Colin Smith trying to get it away from Ellsworth. And he takes it away. Smith sends it around to the near side. Gideon Drobnik trying to bring it out. And out at center with it is Justin Schaefer. Passes off Drobnik. Drobnik in the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Trying to go to the front of the net. A shot. Stopped. And the rebound cleared away. He got right to the left-hand side of the net. Had his shot stopped. And Colin Smith was there for the rebound. Is back the other way. Brentwood go offside. Carrying the puck into the Hendersonville zone. 2:39 to go in the first. 3-2 Commandos. But yeah, another chance for Hendersonville just then. Gideon Drobnik, a shot stopped by fielder. Rebound cleared away. Clayton Ellsworth brings the puck into the Hendersonville zone off the draw. Left wing side, Aiden Bustitsi, a shot. I think it was blocked. I don't know if it hit Broderick or not. Puck on the near side boards now. And Hendersonville with it. Trying to clear it out, they do. Picked up at center, Landon Croft, right wing side of the Brentwood zone, taking a shot, stopped and held on to by Fielder. Croft scored the first Hendersonville goal to tie the game up at 1 early here in the first. Draw's going to be to Fielder's left. Won by Brentwood. Johnny Kelso passing out to center, but it went past Jack Schultz, who he was trying to get the puck to, sent back the other way by the Commandos, now sent back the other way by the Bruins. Here's Jack Schultz, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone, a shot turned away by Broderick, and then he slaps the rebound past the net, does Schultz. Puck in the left wing corner. Tried to clear it out, held it at the left point by Will Hubbard. His shot turned away, and the rebound try from in front, and Johnny Kelso was also turned away by Broderick. And the puck ends up going out to center. Puck back in the Brentwood zone. Passed up the near side to Schultz. He sends it back into the Hendersonville end, but it's picked up and carried right out by Gage Salome. Salome crosses the red line, dumps it back into the Brentwood zone. He'll go to the bench for a change. Callahan Fielder. Passing it up the near side to Zane Cesaroni. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone in the right wing corner. Carter Morrison comes up with it. Morrison tried to get it into Colin Smith. It went off the stick of Cesaroni and out. Under a minute left in the first. Here's Clayton Ellsworth at center. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone, but given away. Colin Smith, and jumping in from behind to swipe the puck off him was Ty Essenmacher. Otherwise, Smith may have had a breakaway. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone. Commandos with it. They clear it out, but Ty Essenmacher dumps it right back in. Colin Smith standing behind his own net. 30 seconds left in the first. Smith passes over to Morrison on the far side. Morrison backhands it out to center. Here's Justin Schaefer, now Gideon Drobnik. Right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Coming in from behind to take the puck off him was Ty Essenmacher. Smith trying to put the puck in front. That's broken up. He'll send it up the wall to the far side. Held it. No, Nate Luke did not keep it into the right point. Now there's a chance for Brentwood right at the end of the period. Aiden Bustizzi, left wing side. Trying to pass across to Clayton Ellsworth in the slot. Broken up by Carter Morrison. Morrison takes it out to center, and that is it for the first. What a wild first period. Ty Essenmacher scored nearly 2 minutes in. Just under 2 minutes later, it was Landon Croft tying the game, and then Hendersonville took a 2-1 lead from Colin Smith. Then Aiden Bustizzi tied it up for Brentwood, and then late in the first, it was Gideon Drobnik giving Hendersonville a 2-1 lead. Then tying up the game for Brentwood was Aiden Bustizzi. And then late in the first, a rebound goal for Colin Smith. Hendersonville leading Brentwood 3-2 at the end of one in the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final. Payne Fielder still in goal for Brentwood. Jackson Broderick still in goal for Hendersonville. For this second period, Hendersonville will carry the puck from my left to right. Brentwood from my right to left. So if we have another wild, high-scoring period like we did in the first. Puck in the Hendersonville zone to start the period. Clayton Ellsworth put in front, score! Ty Essenmacher! Essenmacher coming down the slot one times and home for his second goal of the game, and it takes just 7 seconds for Brentwood to tie the game at 3. 13:53 left in the second. Hendersonville bring the puck into the zone off the draw. Landon Croft trying to go down the slot. Puck was swatted away from him by Callahan Fielder. He tried to put it in front. That was broken up. Aiden Bustizzi clears. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone. Who's going to get to it first? Carter Morrison with one hand sweeps it away from Clayton Ellsworth. And that foot race as well was Dom Harpole. Now here's Landon Croft. Back into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Can't get around Callahan Fielder. Fielder tried to clear the puck out. Taken away. Held in. Braden Rose shot over the net. Rose knocked down that clearing attempt, got right to the slot and fired it over the net. Puck out in front and taken by Ty Essenmacher. Puck out at center. Croft tried to get it ahead to Braden Rose. It misses him and goes back into the Brentwood zone for an icing. 13 minutes left in the second. Game tied at 3. Draw is going to be to Broderick's right. So we've already matched. The December 6th game between these two teams ended 3-3. So we've already matched that score. It took us 14 minutes and 7 seconds to match that score. Puck out in front. Graham Engelhardt whiffed on the shot attempt. As we're back underway, Hendersonville having trouble trying to clear the puck out on the near side. Colin Smith with it, passes over to Jared Sheridan. Sheridan ahead to Gideon Drobnik at center. Drobnik, Brody Bowman falls. Drobnik into the Brentwood zone, holding, shooting, score! Drobnik fires it into the top corner on the right-hand side of the net for his second goal of the game, and Hendersonville go back in the lead. 4-3 with 12:33 to go in the second. This game is insane. Draw one by Hendersonville. Justin Schaefer sweeps it into the Brentwood zone. It's behind the net. That's out on the near side, carried out by Graham Engelhardt. He'll send it towards the Hendersonville net, stopped and covered up by Broderick. Engelhardt sending it on goal from the red line. Somebody broke a stick. One of the linesmen picking that up and carry it over to the Hendersonville bench and dump it. Draw is going to be to the right of Broderick. Draw one by Brentwood. Aiden Bustizzi tried to backhand it out in front. That was broken up by Carter Morrison. Merrick Mott with the puck now. Carries it around the back of his own net. Passes up the far side out to center. Braden Rose. Rose trying to get over to Landon Croft. Puck is inside the Brentwood zone. Going to be brought up by Clayton Ellsworth. Passes over to Bustizzi. Left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Bustizzi shot over the net. And it hit the glass. Ended up touching the netting above the glass. So that draws another whistle. Well, they're saying it went off of Hendersonville stick on its way out. 11:48 left in the second. 4-3 Hendersonville leading. Draw to Broderick's right again. One by Hendersonville. Carter Morrison going to carry it to center. Morrison Racing into the Brentwood zone. Going to the front of the net, shot, score! Henderson! What a goal, he did it right himself! Goes right to the front of the net, fires it home, and for the first time, someone has a 2-goal lead in this game. It is 5-3 Hendersonville with 11:38 left in the second. My word. Puck in the Brentwood zone off the draw. Passed out to Jack Schultz. He's on the right wing side of the Hendersonville zone, taking a shot off the glove of Broderick and past the net. Trying to stuff it in from the left-hand side of the net was Schultz, and he missed. And we're going to get a whistle. I think we're going to have a penalty, our first penalty of the game. Harper Deanna going to go to the box for cross-checking. So Brentwood get the first power play of the game, down 5-3 with 11:13 to go in the second. Draw is going to be to Broderick's left. One by Brentwood. One by Hendersonville. Carter Morrison whips it around the wall and out. Merrick Mott going to chase it into the Brentwood zone. Picks it up from behind the net, comes around to the left wing side, had it poked off his stick, and it slides out to center. He was looking to shoot, but he was looking for enough room. He didn't get it. Puck ends up back in the Brentwood zone, behind the net again. Mott taps it away from Owen Seeley. Put out in front off the skate of Ty Essenmacher, going to be carried to center by Clayton Ellsworth. Ellsworth into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Taking a shot from an angle, stopped and held onto by Broderick. Taking a shot from pretty much on top of the goal line below the right circle. 81 seconds left of the power play. 10:33 to go in the second. 5-3 Hendersonville leading. Draws to Broderick's left. Big battle for the puck on the far boards just above the right wing corner. And held up against the kick plate too long, and they blow the whistle. They'll drop it to Broderick's left again. Brentwood with it. Clayton Ellsworth on the right wing. Minute left in the power play. Ellsworth in the slot, a shot. Stopped and held onto by Broderick. Draw's going to be to Broderick's right again. One by Hendersonville. Carter Morrison whips it around the wall. It's going to be held in at the right point. I think by Aiden Pustizzi. Pass across to the left circle. Clay Ellsworth tried to shoot, and it went off the skate of Jared Sheridan past the net. Held into the right point by Pustizzi. Pustizzi, long-range shot turned away by Broderick. Clearing attempt held in again at the right point by Pustizzi. Pustizzi. Oh, Colin Smith forced him to pass the puck. He intercepted it and cleared it into the Brentwood zone. Under 30 seconds left of the power play for the Bruins. Here's Aiden Pustizzi, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone, taking a shot, missed the net. Clayton Ellsworth on the left wing boards. Moving down the wall, trying to cut to the front of the net. Morrison put the body against him. Puck comes up to the left point. Will Hubbard, he'll pass it over to the right point, picked up by Pustizzi, and he'll fire it around the wall. Back to the near side. Ellsworth, fumbled it. Carter Morrison takes it. He'll bring it to center. Penalty time against Hendersonville is up. They're back at even strength. Morrison backhands it into the Brentwood zone, allowing Harper Deanna to come out of the box. He didn't want to risk a too many men penalty. And Clayton Ellsworth brings the puck into the Hendersonville zone. A shot off the stick of Morrison into the rafters. Yeah, Morrison saw Deanna coming out of the box. 9 minutes left in the second. 5-3 Hendersonville Morrison saw Deanna coming out of the box, didn't want to risk a too many men penalty because he knew that Deanna was going to come out of the box and go onto the bench to be replaced by Justin Schaefer. That's what led to that Brentwood chance just now. Draw to the right of Broderick, won by Brentwood. Brody Bowman firing it around the wall to the far side. Zane Cesaroni, right wing corner. Try to put it in front, went off of Hendersonville stickers. Graham Engelhardt having it knocked away from him by Nate Luke. And now Jack Schultz taking a shot, knocked down with a blocker of Broderick. And the rebound cleared away from the front of the net. But Brentwood keep it alive at the right point. It's Owen Seeley sending it back down low. Engelhardt sending it back around to the far side. Can Seeley keep it alive? Yes, he can. Banked it off of Braden Rose. Comes to Zane Cesaroni. Tried to pass across. Went off of Hendersonville stick. Kept alive Schultz out near the blue line. Oh! He went out to the blue line and he pushed the puck over the blue line and brought it back in offside. 8:18 left in the second. 5-3 Hendersonville. Draws on the dot in front of the Brentwood bench. Looked like Hendersonville won it, but Brentwood take it away. Jack Schultz trying to bring it into the Hendersonville zone, but he ran into Dom Harpole and lost the puck. Held into the right point. Owen Seeley, his shot off a stick and just past Graham Engelhardt, who was looking. We get a whistle. I think they called a hand pass against Engelhardt. Engelhardt reached out his hand towards the front of the, or when he was standing near the front of the net. Looked to me like he didn't touch it. Draw one by Brentwood, pucks it into the Hendersonville zone. Here's Zane Cesaroni to the slot. Put in front, Jack Schultz. Oh, and he had an open net, but he didn't shoot it right away. Broderick comes over, makes a save with a right leg pad and covers. Draw going to be to Broderick's right again. Yeah, that puck, he had the net open, and it came right to him, and he didn't backhand it right away. He kind of tried to move to the front of the net. Broderick got over in time to make the stop. Hendersonville going to carry the puck out to center off the draw. Braden Rose ahead to Landon Croft, but he was sandwiched by the defenders, Will Hubbard and Callahan Fielder. They took the puck off him, and Braden Rose came to the left circle, lost the puck. Now Jack Schultz into the Hendersonville zone, tried to pass across. That was broken up. Merrick Mott brings it to center. Mott into the Brentwood zone. Shot went off his stick, comes right to Landon Croft. His shot over the net. I'm not sure if Fielder got a piece of it on its way up or not. Brentwood clear the puck out. Carter Morrison grabs it at center. Tried to backhand it up the far side. Was prevented from doing so by Clay Ellsworth. But now Hendersonville take the puck back. Drobnik, right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Tried a backhander that was blocked in front. Landon Croft having the puck knocked off his stick as he tried to go behind the net. Now stretch pass up the near side. Aiden Bustici is in the Hendersonville zone. Morrison on the back check. And a shot for Bustici. Stopped and held on to by Broderick. 6:51 left in the second. Still 5-3 Hendersonville. Draws to the left of Broderick. Won by Hendersonville. Puck sent around the wall to the near side. Justin Schaefer brings it to center. It's out on the far side. Battling with Essenmacher. Schaefer went down. Here's Jared Shurden flipping the puck ahead towards the Brentwood zone. It's in the zone. Callahan Fielder with it. He'll immediately clear it up the boards. Caden Smith with it now for Hendersonville. Stretch pass to Gideon Drobnik, went past him. Offside warning against Brentwood as the puck was back in the Hendersonville zone. Brought out to center by the Commandos. Gideon Drobnik in the Brentwood zone. Could not get around Will Hubbard. Great back checking by Hubbard to get the puck off him. Hendersonville from center. Dump it back into the Brentwood zone. Hubbard going to get to it. Tapped away from him by Drobnik. Now Now here's Clayton Ellsworth into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Could not get around the defenders, back-checking defenders, Caden Smith and Jared Sheridan. He still lost the puck, and it came on goal. Jackson Broderick had to stop and cover. 5:44 left in the second. 5-3 Hendersonville. Draws to Broderick's left. One by Brentwood. Brody Bowman, left point. Taking a shot, gloved and held on to by Broderick. Draws to the right of Broderick. One by Brentwood. Shot from Owen Seeley out high, went off a skate and past the net. Puck carried around to the near side. Oh, and Zane Cesaroni tried to pass it back to the blue line, and Brody Bowman couldn't get to it. Puck back in the Brentwood zone. Now it's at center, Jack Schultz. Back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Forced to go to the outside by Nate Luke. Around the goal line, around the back of the net, comes out to the near side and tried to take a shot, and it went behind the net. It's out on the far side, Zane Cesaroni with it. Backhands it back, down deep. Carter Morrison trying to get to it. In the right wing corner, taps it up the far boards. And past the blue line, held in by Brody Bowman. Bowman taking a shot off a Hendersonville body into the netting above the glass. It was Gage Salami laying out. Went off of him and out of play. 4:40 left in the second. It's still 5-3 Hendersonville. About to say game's still tied. Nope, can't be tied when somebody's up 5-3. Draw's going to be to Broderick's right. Draw one by Hendersonville. Puck comes around to the far boards. They tried to clear, held in Callahan Fielder at the right point. Dom Harpole tried to pass ahead. That went off a stick. Comes over to Aiden Bustiti, trying to backhand in front. That was stopped. That was actually blocked, and then a backhanded try from Ty Essenmacher right in front was off the right leg pad of Broderick. Back the other way come Hendersonville. Merrick Mott taking a shot. Glanced off the outside netting on the left-hand side of the Brentwood net. Well, they put the shot up on the board, so Danny Corns must think that getting a piece of it was Payne Fielder. This is the first shot on goal for Hendersonville since the Carter Morrison goal that's made it 5-3. Puck sent back into the Hendersonville zone. It's behind the net, Ty Essenmacher. Pushed off. Now Clayton Ellsworth comes out to the left wing side. Trying to go to the slot. Hands it off Will Hubbard. Passes it back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth moving down the right wing. Spins away from Merrick Mott. Trying to find some room. Backhands it over to the left circle, Aiden Pustiti. Pustiti across to the right point. And Callahan Fielder. Fielder's shot off a stick and went past the net to the left of Broderick. Hendersonville desperately trying to get it out. Shot from Will Hubbard. Went off a stick, bounced towards the front of the net. Jackson Broderick gloves and hangs on to it. 3:18 left in the second. Still 5-3 Hendersonville. Draws to Broderick's right. One by Brentwood. Puck goes out to center. Oh, and then a takeaway. Now getting a Drobnik with space into the Brentwood zone with a shot. Stopped by Fielder. Big save by Fielder. Justin Shaver with a shot. Stopped by Fielder. Puck cleared out of the zone. Oh, man. That was almost a disaster for Brentwood, but Payne Fielder comes up with two massive saves to keep them down just two. Stretch pass up the far side. Misses everybody. Goes into the Hendersonville zone. Picked up by Carter Morrison. Morrison starts to skate with it through center. Back into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Tried to put it in front, flicked away from the front of the net by Owen Seeley. Then it came out in front and was shot wide, I think, by Justin Schaefer. Puck out on the far side. And cleared out by the Bruins. Carter Morrison went for it. He and Engelhardt sticks touched and they both went down. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone, cleared out immediately by the Commandos. Gideon Drobnik brings it back into the Brentwood zone. Nice move around Brody Bowman, and then his shot off of Payne Fielder and over the net. And a stretch pass up the far side. Aiden Bustigi was all alone on a breakaway. Shot stopped by Broderick. Rebound stopped by Broderick. And then he skated it past the net. Two big saves by Broderick, and now Gideon Drobnik on a mini breakaway to the Brentwood zone. In front of the shot. Stopped by Fielder. Both goaltenders coming up with massive saves at their end of the ice. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone. We're going to get a penalty. Clayton Ellsworth had a stick knocked out of his hand exiting his own zone. That's drawing a penalty. A slashing call against Colin Smith. So Brentwood returned to the power play down 5-3 with 1:41 left in the second. But man, what a sequence just then. Jackson Broderick making two breakaway saves on Aiden Bustigi, and then a mini breakaway save by Payne Fielder on Gideon Drobnik. Draws to the right of Broderick. One by Brentwood. Shot attempt from Clayton Ellsworth blocked. Puck out on the far side. Here's Ty Essenmacher backhanding it up to the right point. And Fielder passes it down the slot. Ellsworth trying to go to the front of the net. Off the stick of Jared Sheridan and past the net. Ellsworth with it again. Backhands it up to the blue line and Fielder. Passes over Will Hubbard. He tried to pass it back over, went off his stick. Still comes to Clay Ellsworth on the right wing side. Ellsworth behind the net. Passes off, and it's shot past the net to the right of Broderick by Aiden Bustigi. Puck going all the way back into the Brentwood zone. Last minute of the second. Callahan Fielder inside his own zone. Had the puck knocked away by Landon Croft, who couldn't get control. Carried out to center by Clayton Ellsworth. Ellsworth back into the Hendersonville zone. Had the puck taken off him from behind. And a clearing attempt hit Will Hubbard. It's still in the zone. Minute left in the power play now for Brentwood. Puck comes back to the slot, and Ty Essenmacher sent over to Ellsworth and tried a one-timer. He didn't get a lot of power on it. Now he's got it again. Shot, score! From the left circle, he shoots it under the legs of Jackson Broderick into the back of the net to convert the power play and bring Brentwood within 5-4 with 32 seconds left in the second. Broderick again, not anticipating a shot. Second time that's happened to him in this game, not anticipating a shot, not getting down in time. Puck in the Hendersonville zone off the draw. 30 seconds left in the period. Carter Morrison passing ahead to Gideon Drobnik. Drobnik off to Colin Smith. Smith in the Brentwood zone. A backhander missed the net to the left of Payne Fielder. Held in Drobnik. Lost the puck. Stretch pass up the near side to Aiden Bustigi. Bustigi in the Hendersonville zone. Looking to pass. Nate Luke gets down. Bustigi waits out. Goes to the front of the net. A backhander blocked. Colin Smith tried to bring it out. It's held in. Now it's cleared out, and that's it for the second. Man, crazy second period. Ty Essenmacher ties the game up just 7 seconds in. Just over a minute later, Gideon Drobnik puts Hendersonville ahead 4-3. Then just over a minute after that, Carter Morrison goes coast to coast to put them up 5-3. And then Clayton Ellsworth scores a power play goal with 32 seconds left in the second. And it is 5-4 Hendersonville over Brentwood after 2 in the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final. Payne Fielder still in goal for Brentwood. Jackson Broderick still in goal for Hendersonville. For this third period, Brentwood will carry the puck from my left to right, Hendersonville from my right to left. If Brentwood tie this game up and we finish regulation tied, it's off to a 5-minute sudden death 3-on-3 overtime. Puck in the Hendersonville zone off the draw. They clear it out. Owen Seeley at center on the near side. Sends it back into the Hendersonville zone, but it's immediately brought out by Carter Morrison. Morrison dumps it into the Brentwood end. Puck over on the near side. Colin Smith, left wing corner. Sends it around the wall to the far side. Johnny Kelso going to get to it. Pushed into the right wing corner boards by Justin Schaefer. Here's Owen Seeley handing the puck off to Jack Schultz. Now the puck back in the Hendersonville zone, deep. Schultz going to get to it in the right wing corner. Put it out in front. Intercepted by Carter Morrison. Morrison going back the other way. Passes off Gideon Drobnik, left wing side of the Brentwood zone. Got it back to Morrison, and it knocked off his stick. Still manages to get off somewhat of a shot that Payne Fielder had to push away with a stick. Now it's out at center. Zane Cesaroni into the Brentwood zone, making his way to the right wing side. Oh, but he lost the puck. Then he got it back, tried to send it to the front of the net. Intercepted and cleared out by Colin Smith. Callahan Fielder back over to Will Hubbard. Hubbard stretch pass up the far side. Johnny Kelso backhands it back into the Hendersonville zone. Dom Harpole behind the net. Passes over to the far side, Morrison. Morrison tried to clear it. It hit Clay Ellsworth. Came over to the near side where Merrick Mott's able to bring it out. Puck now back in the Brentwood end. Taken away and cleared out by Callahan Fielder. Hayden Bustizzi, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Waiting to shoot his shot. Missed the net. High into the left of Broderick. Puck behind the net. Essenmacher sending it around to the near side. Callahan Fielder with it at the right point. Passes across. Bustizzi. It is Bustizzi trying to get it in front to Essenmacher. That's broken up by Caden Smith. Here's Braden Rose out at center. Passes over to the far side. Jared Sheridan's going to get to it. He'll bring it into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Tapped off his stick. Puck in the right wing corner. Bustizzi sending it around to the near side. Brentwood trying to get it out on the near side. They're having a bit of trouble. Comes back down low to Merrick Mott. Try to put it in front. He hit Callahan Fielder with the puck. Now Mott just going to go to the front of the net. Shot shouldered away by Fielder, and over the net it goes. Puck held in at the right point by Jared Sheridan. He'll pass it back down. Sent down low to Braden Rose. Rose, right wing corner. Pass across the back of the net to Landon Croft. Now the puck out over on the far side. Rose trying to get it back down to the right wing corner, and Croft. Essenmacher trying to clear it out. Will Hubbard is going to get to it, and he manages to push it out. Sent back into the Brentwood zone immediately by Colin Smith. Then it comes right back to him at center, and now Smith skates it back into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Takes a shot, went across the front of the net. Puck out on the far boards. Clearing attempt, knocked down by Carter Morrison. Morrison puts it in front. Owen saved by Fielder, and he's got it covered. Tried to center it for Gideon Drobnik. He got off a shot, but Fielder stops and covers. 10:40 left in regulation. Still 5-4 Hendersonville. Draws to the left of Payne Fielder. Draw one by Brentwood. Cleared out. Carter Morrison sent it back in, but three of his teammates need to get back onside. Clearing attempt, knocked down Colin Smith at the left point. Passes over Justin Schaefer. His shot deflected past the net by Brody Bowman. Schaefer. Puck tapped away from his stick. It's going up the far board. Still inside the zone, though. Schaefer gets to it, sends it down, but intercepted by Owen Seeley, who immediately clears. And this is going to go. Nope, icing waved off because it slowed way down and its way back into the zone. Puck cleared out. Justin Schaefer with it at center. Skates it to the near side, brings it into the Brentwood zone. Takes a bump from Jack Schultz. Colin Smith keeps the puck alive. Justin Schaefer sends it down into the right wing corner. Put it in front, but Gideon Drobnik a little too far behind it. Jack Schultz takes a big hit from Carter Morrison. Or was it Colin Smith? He's trying to go after Smith, and Graham Engelhardt had to prevent him from going after Smith. There's going to be a penalty for that hit against Colin Smith. Head contact to 2 and 10. Oh boy, that's going to take one of Hendersonville's best players off the ice. Maybe the best player. Not smart by Colin Smith. Puts Brentwood on the power play. 9:41 left in regulation. They are down 5-4. Draws to the right of Broderick. I got to find someone to serve the 2. Christian Dickens will be in the box serving the 2. So Colin Smith will be off the ice for a while. Hendersonville going to have to make do without him. Maybe for the rest of the game if they can hang on from here. Brentwood win the draw. Hendersonville took it away, and Clayton Ellsworth couldn't keep it in the zone. Ellsworth passing over to Jack Schultz. Schultz right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Had the puck taken away. Gideon Drobnik brings it out but could not get around Ty Essenmacher. Clayton Ellsworth had it tapped off his stick at the Hendersonville blue line. Now Callahan Fielder back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Takes a bump, stays in his feet. Pass the slot. Clayton Ellsworth shot, score! Clayton Ellsworth with a shot. I don't think Broderick saw it until it was too late. It ends up in the roof of the net. It's another power play goal for Ellsworth, and it is 5-5 with 9:10 left in regulation. Wow. Draw one by Brentwood. Ty Essenmacher into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Pucks in towards the front of the net, intercepted by Jared Sheridan, passes ahead to Merrick Mott. Mott out at center. Mott off to Landon Croft, right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Croft shot, gloved and held onto by Fielder. Payne Fielder. Draw's going to be to his left. Always to the left of Fielder, won by Brentwood. They bring it out to center. Clayton Ellsworth, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Has to go around the back of the net. Out of the blue line, Callahan Fielder shot blocked by Jared Sheridan. Braden Rose trying to control the puck so he can clear, but Callahan Fielder takes it away. Sends it back down deep into the right wing corner. Merrick Mott comes up with it. Passes ahead, Landon Croft lets it go off his stick and out. Sent right back in from center by Callahan Fielder. Here's Jared Sheridan. Sheridan stretch pass up the far side. Jack Schultz intercepts, sends it right back into the Hendersonville zone, but right to the stick of Nate Luku. Carries it out to center, falls over, and then taps it away from Schultz while still down. Now here's Braden Rose bringing the puck back into the Brentwood zone. Taking a shot in the slot, it's blocked. Landon Croft knocked down Jack Schultz. Now Braden Rose in front of shot. Stopped by Fielder. Rose was suddenly all alone in front with the puck. Now Drobnik tried to pass it back to him. That's intercepted by Owen Seeley. And cleared out. Here's Nate Luke at center. Now Carter Morrison brings it back into the Brentwood zone. Morrison. And the slot is shot off and sticking over the net. Morrison with it again, top of the left circle, taking a shot, blocked. He gets it back. Now Gideon Drobnik puts it back behind the net for Morrison. Morrison had it knocked away. It's out near the left wing corner. They clear it out. Aiden Bustizzi ices it. 7:02 left in regulation. The game is tied at 5. Draws to Payne Fielder's right. Won by Brentwood. Zane Cicerone carries to center. Passes over Johnny Kelso inside the Hendersonville zone. Justin Shaver jumps in, takes the puck off of Kelso. Sends it up the far side. Now Gideon Drobnik back into the Brentwood zone and it poked away on the back check by Will Hubbard. Puck still loose, and Johnny Kelso's going to carry it out. Pass ahead to Zane Cicerone. It misses him. It's back in the Hendersonville zone. Cicerone catches up to it. A backhander stopped by Broderick. Cicerone suddenly caught up to that and got off a backhander that Broderick was able to stop, hanging out in his right-hand post. Now here's Jared Sheridan back in the other direction, back into the Brentwood zone. Oh, he's drawn a penalty from Will Hubbard. He got hooked by Hubbard, trying to go around him. And he's drawn a penalty, so Hendersonville finally going to get a power play in this game. Hooking will be the call against Hubbard. So Hendersonville get their first power play of the game. 6:22 left in regulation. The game is tied at 5. Draw is going to be to Payne Fielder's left. Draw one by Brentwood, but taken away by the Commandos. Braden Rose passes it below the goal line to Merrick Mott. Back out to the far side, and Rose passes up to the right point. Landon Croft across to Carter Morrison to the left point. Morrison back over to Croft. Moves inside the right circle. Taking a shot. It's blocked. Morrison will keep it alive. Morrison. Long-range shot off the right leg pad of Fielder. Drobnik around the back of the net. Puts it out in front of one-timer. Stopped by Fielder. That was Braden Rose with a one-timer on the centering pass. Held into the left point by Carter Morrison. Passes across to Croft. Croft fell over. Managed to keep the puck in the zone. Now it's down low, Rose. Mott. Passes out to the right point, and Croft. Croft passes back down the wing, below the goal line to Rose. Rose. Back up top, Croft. Over to Morrison. Minute left in the power play for Hendersonville. Morrison passing down the left wing to Drobnik. Drobnik with a backhander. Stopped by Fielder, and he's got it covered. Fielder was screened by Mott, but he able to make the save and cover. 53 seconds left in the power play. 5:15 to go in the regulation. And it is still 5-5. Draws to the right of Fielder. Draw one by Brentwood, and they clear. Broderick will leave it behind the net. Actually, he's going to push it over to Morrison. Morrison. Carrying it through center into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Morrison. Around the back of the net. Comes out to the left wing. Passes over top of the right circle. Croft moves inside. A shot stopped by Fielder. The rebound knocked away from Braden Rose. Jack Schultz clearing attempt goes off a stick to the other end of the ice. 15 seconds left of the power play for Hendersonville. Morrison with a puck again. Passes ahead. Gideon Drobnik couldn't get his stick on it. Puck back in the Brentwood zone. Brody Bowman controlling, and he'll fire it to the other end of the rink. Comes on goal. Broderick has to stop it. He'll hand it off to Morrison. Penalty time against Brentwood is up. They're back at even strength. Morrison skating through center. Back into the Brentwood zone. Shot is blocked. Comes back to a right circle shot. Stopped and covered up by Fielder. 4:10 left in regulation. Still 5-5. Draw is going to be to Fielder's left. One by Hendersonville, Justin Schaefer. Trying to put it out in front. Went off a stick, came over to the far side. Alex Williams passing up to the left point. Dominic Harpole fires it down the wall. Justin Schaefer behind the net, pushed off the puck. Will Hubbard with it. Pass ahead, Aiden Pustizzi. Into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Pustizzi around the back of the net. Comes around to the right wing, passes out to the blue line. Callahan Fielder fires it back down the right wing. Clayton Ellsworth around the back of the net. Comes around to the left wing side. Falls over under pressure from Jared Sheridan. Dom Harpole tried to clear, but it went into the netting above the glass and out. 3:27 left in regulation. Game tied at 5. Drawn to Broderick's right, one by Brentwood, and a shot from out high. Gloved and held onto by Broderick. That shot coming from Will Hubbard. Draw to Broderick's right again. And Ellsworth gets kicked off the hash marks in favor of Pustizzi. This one won by Hendersonville. Carter Morrison fires the puck around to the far side. Ellsworth holds it in at the left half wall, trying to find space. Ellsworth taking a shot, score! Clay Ellsworth fires the puck into the back of the net from the left circle to complete his hat trick and give Brentwood a 6-5 lead with 3:14 to go. They were down 5-3 early in the second. They have come from behind to take the lead. Draw one by Hendersonville. Puck in the Brentwood zone. Landon Croft tapped away by Owen Seeley. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty against Hendersonville. Braden Rose is going to go to the box. A hit in the left wing corner on, I think, Johnny Kelso. Hit from behind on Kelso, a 2 and a 10. So that's Rose off. And even if Hendersonville tie things up and send it to overtime, he's done for the rest of the game. Because overtime is only 5 minutes. So 3:01 left in regulation. Brentwood back in the power play, up 6-5. And Rose is going to head back to the locker room. So Colin Smith still in the box because he's serving a 2 and a 10 that he got with almost 9 minutes left in regulation. Draw one by Brentwood. Shot from Schultz, knocked away by the blocker of Broderick. Held in at the left point, Aiden Pustizzi. Pass down the left wing. Shot blocked. Blocked by Jared Shurden, who felt it. Puck out at center, Gideon Drobnik. Sending it back into the Brentwood zone. Jack Schultz round the back of his own net, backhanding it up the far side. Clayton Ellsworth gets it from Ty Essenmacher. Ellsworth into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Carter Morrison comes in, pokes the puck away, pushes him into the boards. Morrison clears it out up the far side. Hendersonville probably can't afford to pull Broderick for the extra attacker. Clayton Ellsworth. Passing it out to the far side off the stick of Aiden Pustizzi. Back into the Hendersonville zone it goes. He runs into Nate Luke. Keeps control of the puck. Tried to pass it to the slot for Ellsworth. That was a little too far. A minute left in the power play for Brentwood, excuse me. Carter Morrison clears it down ice. It's back in the Brentwood zone. Clayton Ellsworth with a hat trick and the go-ahead goal. Back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Shot from an on angle off of Broderick. Puck in the left wing corner. Morrison clears it out up the far side. Puck out at center. Carter Morrison picks it up. And I don't know why he didn't just fire it into the zone. He has to drop it back into his own zone for Nate Luke. 20 seconds left of the power play for Brentwood. Luke passes it off Morrison. Morrison going to hold. Try and fire it out. Held into the left point by Ty Essenmacher. He should have shot it as soon as he got it. Essenmacher around the back of the net. Passed out in front to the left circle. A shot. I think it was missed. Penalty time against Hendersonville is up. They're back at even strength. Last minute of regulation now. It was Josh Lodel serving the 2-minute penalty against Rose. Puck sent back into the Hendersonville zone. Carter Morrison with it. Passes over Dom Harpole, backhands it up the far side. Landon Croft dumps it into the Brentwood zone. Broderick to the bench for the extra attacker as the puck came towards the Brentwood net. Payne Fielder stops and covers. 39.7 seconds to go in regulation. 6-5 Brentwood. They've only led this game twice. They led it 1-0, and now they lead it 6-5, and Hendersonville are going to use their timeout. Coming up next, it'll be the Preds Cup Losers Bracket Semi between Ravenwood and Franklin. Pregame scheduled to start at 8:20, but if Hendersonville come back and tie this game up, it's going to be a little bit. Timeout done. Net still empty for Hendersonville. Draw is to the left of Payne Fielder. Draw to the left of Fielder. Won by Brentwood. They try and clear. Held in by Dom Harpole at the left point. Send it towards front of the net. Oh, taking a deflection with it. Merrick Mott scores. Off his stick and in. Harpole shot from the left point. It took a deflection and went in. It's 6-6 with 32.4 seconds to go in regulation. Wow. Draw one by Hendersonville. Carter Morrison into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. Had the puck jabbed off his stick. Merrick Mott now in the left wing corner. Fell over trying to carry it there. Puck at center. Jack Schultz with it. Backhands towards Hendersonville zone. Intercepted. Landon Croft could not get around Schultz at center. Merrick Mott brings it into the Brentwood zone on the right wing side. He's running out of time. Put in front, broken up, and we're going to overtime. Tried to backhand it in front, I think, to Mott. And that was broken up, and we are off to overtime. Clayton Ellsworth scored twice to give Brentwood a 6-5 lead, but a tipped-in shot late means we're going to overtime in the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final, 6-6. Ready to start overtime. Jackson Broderick still in goal for Hendersonville. Payne Fielder still in goal for Brentwood. 3-on-3, sudden death. Brentwood have Clayton Ellsworth, Ty Essenmacher, and Callahan Fielder out on the ice. Gideon Drobnik, Merrick Mott, and Carter Morrison for Hendersonville. For this overtime period, Hendersonville will carry the puck from my left to right. Brentwood from my right to left. We're still tied at the end of this OT. We go to a shootout. Colin Smith still in the box for Hendersonville. He's serving a 2-10. Since Brentwood scored on the power play so quickly, I think that started the 10-minute clock for him. If this overtime goes long enough, he might come back out. Carter Morrison with a puck at center. Brings it into the Brentwood zone on the left wing side. Backs up towards the boards. Now he's in the left wing corner trying to get away from Ty Essenmacher. Passes out to the left point. Gideon Drobnik, a shot. Would have gone over the net, but jumping up to snatch it and hang on like it was robbing somebody at the wall for a home run, or of a home run, Payne Fielder. Dom Harpole has been credited with a tying goal. Draws to Fielder's right. Won by Brentwood. Brought out to center, Clay Ellsworth. Ellsworth into the Hendersonville zone. Taking a shot off the stick of Morrison and past the net to the left of Broderick. Drobnik out at center. Could not get the puck around Callahan Fielder as he brought it into the Brentwood zone. Now Clay Ellsworth back in the other direction. Carter Morrison coming in from behind. Ellsworth's shot stopped and held on to by Broderick. Morrison came in and put the body on him enough to not draw a penalty. And lets Broderick make the save. 4:13 left in the OT, 6-6. Draw is to the left of Fielder. Justin Schaefer and Landon Croft out on the ice now for Hendersonville. Carter Morrison will stay out there. Jack Schultz, Owen Seeley, and Aiden Pustici out for Brentwood now. Brentwood win the draw. Pustici, right circle. Moving up towards the blue line. Carries it over to the left wing side. A little bit of danger, has to carry it down the boards and back in and around to the far side. Schultz. Passes back down low, Pustici. Pustici being watched by Landon Croft as he moves up the far side. Pass across, one time for Schultz. Oh, what a save by Broderick! Broderick got over and knocked it away with a blocker. Just in the nick of time. Here's Carter Morrison. Backhands the puck over to Landon Croft, right wing side of the Brentwood zone. Croft moves along the blue line, has some space, taking a shot off a stick and into the netting above the glass. Aiden Pustici putting out the stick to deflect it out. And Colin Smith is out of the box, so he can get back into the play for Hendersonville. And he is out on the ice, 3:22 left in overtime, 6-6. Draws to the left of Fielder. Drobnik and Mott back out on the ice for Hendersonville. Ellsworth and Essenmacher and Fielder back out there. Callahan Fielder back out there for Brentwood. Draw one by Brentwood. They clear to center. Colin Smith sends it back the other way. Oh, and then Clayton Ellsworth fumbles it inside his own zone. Gideon Drobnik took it away from him, but he stopped at the blue line. Ellsworth takes it away, brings it back into the Hendersonville zone. Ellsworth goes into the left wing corner. Ellsworth behind the net. Comes out in front of shot. Stop! Big rebound, score! Essenmacher! Drobnik let the bottom corner on the right-hand side of the net open. And Essenmacher buries the rebound for his hat trick. And Brentwood are going to the Hine Cup Final to play Rutherford on Wednesday night. The two teams that moved down to Tier 2 together mid-season are going to play each other for the Hine Cup. Wow. Ty Essenmacher completes his hat trick with 2:55 left in OT. Wow. What a game. What a crazy game. So the goal scorers for Hendersonville. Let's see. Colin Smith had a goal, Landon Croft had a goal, Gideon Drobnik had a goal, Carter Morrison had a goal. Drobnik had two, actually. Drobnik had two. So Drobnik with two, Morrison, Smith, Croft, Harpole. For Brentwood, hat tricks for Clayton Ellsworth and for Ty Essenmacher. And the other goal came from Aiden Pustici. I'm going to split player of the game three ways. Payne Fielder is going to get one part of it. He's going to get 1/3 of it because he was fantastic in goal tonight for Brentwood. Yes, I know he gave up 6, but they were down 5-3 at midway point of the game, and he made a huge save on Gideon Drobnik that might have put the game away. As, oh my, Jared Sheridan needing help leaving the ice, the Hendersonville captain, playing in his final GNASH game. It's not a good way to go out. And the other thirds are going to be split between Clayton Ellsworth and Ty Essenmacher for their hat tricks. So 3 players of the game: Fielder, Essenmacher, and Ellsworth, as Brentwood win the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final 7-6, and they will play Rutherford in the Hine Cup Final at 8:40. But they've got to beat Rutherford Wednesday to get a crack at the Hine Cup next Monday. Wow. So the season ends for Hendersonville, and it'll be the 5-seed Brentwood against 1-seed Rutherford in the Hine Cup Final Wednesday night. Let's just list off the departing seniors for Hendersonville: Justin Schaefer, Jared Sheridan, Jackson Broderick, Nate Luke, and Harper Deanna will be taking the cap and gown walk in May. So Hendersonville with some holes to fill, especially in the case of Schaefer and Sheridan, who's a pretty good quarterback on defense, and also Luke. Wow, what a game. Brentwood win the Hine Cup Final Losers Bracket Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final 7-6 in overtime over Hendersonville-Beech-Gallatin. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll begin coverage of the Preds Cup Losers Bracket semifinal between Ravenwood and Franklin. Again, the final in the Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final in overtime. Brentwood 7, Hendersonville-Beech-Gallatin 6. Season over for the Commandos. Coverage of Ravenwood and Franklin starting in just a few moments.